As I said those words, I have cancer, I thought I'll never be able to unsay them. And I was almost scared to say the words. Because I kind of thought, well, this is it. So it was a Saturday night. I was lying in bed reading to my daughter, and I was leaning on this arm, and I leant over like that, and my right hand straight onto my left breast, and my blood ran cold, because I thought, that's a lump. First thing Monday morning, made an appointment with the gynae. He didn't even ask to see me. He said, go and have a mammogram. And lo and behold, there it was. A big, large, ominous looking lump with these like weird tentacles. And I was like, that doesn't look good. So then they did a biopsy where they take this horrible big fat needle and they pull out pieces of skin. And bizarrely enough, and it happens fairly often, the biopsy came back negative. But I just said to the surgeon, take it out. The next week I was scheduled for what they call a lumpectomy. You go in, put you under, and they basically clear out the lump and the area around it. The 18th of July, Mediva's 95th birthday, when I got a call in the morning from the surgeon to say, come in and see me. And I said, what does that mean? Does it mean there was cancer? And he said yes. And then you go through the gamut of emotions. You cry, you laugh, disbelief. Okay, so they recommended a DIEP flap reconstruction. It was 10.5 hours of surgery. I think the person who struggled most with that was my husband, because he kept on thinking, she's got to be out now, she's got to be out, when's she going to come out? So eventually, while I was still in surgery, they discovered there was some cancer in my lymph. It had moved into my first lymph, so they had taken out the lymph underneath my left arm. And because they had found cancer, they recommended chemo. It's kind of a given. But then my brilliant oncologist suggested this test called Oncotype DX. I'd never heard of it, and it is quite new, and at that stage medical aid weren't paying. I'm not sure if medical aid paid now. They genetically analyze your cancer, and they come back with a risk factor which determines what the chances are of the cancer coming back. And my risk factor was astonishingly low. It was 4, and anything under 18 you don't have to have chemo. So immediately I was put on a drug which is a hormone, so it blocks all your estrogen in your body. So immediately I went into menopause. But funny enough, when I explained those symptoms to my friends who are my age, they sigh and shake their heads and say, well, they're not on the drug and those symptoms they have all those same emotions and symptoms, so maybe it's just an age thing, maybe it is real menopause. It hasn't changed me. People go, whoa, I got cancer and it changed my life. Yes, it changed my life because it's something I have to think about forever. I really became more empathetic. Everybody has their little journey, and it can be as debilitating as a cancer diagnosis. And so I'd say to people that have a cancer diagnosis within your comfort zone, talk about it, because how do you deal with cancer? One day at a time. The universe has an unbelievable capacity to care. And it's only when you need the caring where you realize how much people can care. And I always say, like, every single hug, every single flower, every single visit, every single phone call made an enormous difference. So I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.